Hi, it's Heather Man here again, and welcome to another YouTube video. This time the topic is why I think Forex is the toughest industry in the world. Okay, so some people who know about my background will know that I was in property before I ventured into Forex. I still have property and I love it. I'm very passionate about property and I tell all my students to invest in property as well. And you'd know that if you've been to one of my events. Anyhow, cut a long story short, why did I never teach property like I teach Forex? Well, because one, I didn't want to step on the toe of my mentors, okay? Because I just thought they can do what they're doing and I'll be the student forever, which is cool. Secondly, yeah, I mean, if I had that same thing with Forex, if I learned from an educator how to be good at Forex, then I would probably have not gone into the Forex industry anyway as an educator. I never wanted to be an educator in Forex. The only reason I did it was there were so many bad examples in the industry and pretty big names too. I'm not naming any. I have no personal problem with any of these people. I don't know any. I haven't got any personal problems with them, okay? So they do what they do, that's cool, and I'm doing what I'm doing. Anyway, no one was doing it properly, and I got these strategies checked out by, you know, top professionals that I was learning from, FCA regulated traders in the city, and they just laughed at them. So that made me think, well, surely someone's got to be doing it right, or as right as possible, in my opinion, and that's why I got involved. And the biggest reason was this. There's no females doing it at all. There are no female traders that are really making a big impact on the financial industry. And there's no one in the education field doing something of a similar nature. And to link into that, it's such a tough industry to crack because 95% of the people in this industry are actually gamblers. You know, you guys think you know what you're talking about when you say you're traders. I'm not talking about everyone watching this. Some of you will know how to trade properly, fantastic. Some of you will not know, and the reason you think you know is because you've been brainwashed by someone who's been selling you the dream, i.e. how to be rich really quick, overnight success and make, 1,000% return in a year and anything stupid like that. I mean, yes, you can make money fast in Forex, but not sustainably, not every day, not every month, definitely not year after year. So this is what I'm really going out there to break. I'm trying to break or kill that dream that a lot of people have got. And it's a tough one to do because I'm dealing with 5% of people who are willing to listen. The other 95% are just getting stuck up by the get-rich-quick schemes and everything else going, which I know won't work. And the unfortunate thing with that is that the get-rich-quick schemes make people realize that it doesn't work and they label Forex as doesn't work. Because the 95% of people are gambling, they get sucked up into this get-rich-quick scheme. Then they say, this stuff doesn't work, it's blah, blah, blah. They write forums about it. And you're going to have people who have nothing better to do write on forums and tell you how bad it is. Nobody has time to spend on how good it is. It's just the human nature here. Just be honest with yourself. Since when have you come across someone yelling at the top of their voice about how good an experience they've had with anything, especially if they're paid for that education? Believe me, nobody tends to talk about the good experiences, but you'll have 10 people tell you about, or one person who thinks they haven't succeeded in an education or Forex or something, will tell at least 10 people. So it's a statistic. It's not me just saying it. They know that one person who has had a good experience will tell very few people. Yet the person who's had the bad experience will tell at least 10. It's human nature we're fighting with. It's a very tough thing to fight with. And so that's not my challenge. My challenge, let's make it clear, is not to fight off the bad comments and to fight off the negativity in Forex. I think that will just happen regardless. It's inevitable. I'd be very naive, and so would you, to think that anything comes only with good comments. It's not possible. So just don't read forums, is my opinion, because I don't know any proper big trader in the city that even looks at forums or even writes on a forum. So if you want to stick to real professional people, then go to the city or find people who are linked to the people in the city who can tell you about how they trade. That's what my advice would be. Now, because of what I just described, it's so tough to have a good reputation in Forex, and that's why I think it's such a tough industry to be in, because no educator ever has a good reputation. Everyone's got a flaw here or there or anywhere, unless they're doing it for free. And if they're doing it for free, then I guarantee it's not good knowledge, because what they're doing is they have a broker on the back end that is giving them a very high payout for introduction of clients. Trust me, I know all the tricks in the game, and anyone who's doing free education, and in fact I have people compete with me and say, oh well, you charge for education, we don't. And these people who don't, I know the brokers they deal with, and I don't deal with those brokers, and they tell me how much they pay this individual to get clients on board. So don't believe the rubbish. There is no such thing as a free lunch, okay? So you need to invest in yourself, because if you really want to be good at this, and this is the toughest industry in the world, you've got to ask yourself, what will it take of me to achieve a high result in this industry? Well, it's certainly not going to be free in terms of anything, money, mentally, physically. You're going to have to challenge yourself. So my advice is stop thinking so narrow-minded. Look at the bigger picture, and don't read forums, because they're absolute rubbish. And really reassess how you approach Forex and whether you've got the trading mindset or a gambling mindset. I have so many messages. People message me on Facebook, LinkedIn, any other way they can get hold of me. And they always tell me, they'd love to work with me, etc. And I think it's great. They say, how come you don't, allow us to just jump on your course? We can't just come on your course. And that's very true, because I kind of go through a selection process whereby I want to make sure you're right for this. First question is, what are your expectations? And if you've got something ridiculous, like I want to make, I'm starting off with £1,000, but I want to be a millionaire by the end of the first year, I'm not going to take you on unless you have some serious rethink about what you want to achieve in this, because it's not easy, it's not for the faint-hearted, and that's another reason why I love working with the people that are good at it, because they are very inspirational in themselves. So if you've got what it takes, and if you know this is a tough industry, and yet that does not stop you, then I salute you, because you are exactly who I need. So, hopefully I see you at one of my events, Fortune Academy or The Only Way is Forex. Until then, goodbye.